speaking of New Hampshire, that vote is now just 1 week away. And forgive me for this next quote, people of Iowa, but a governor of the state of New Hampshire once said, and again, direct quote here, the people of Iowa pick corn, the people of New Hampshire pick presidents. Ouch, but he did have a point. In 5 of the last 7 GOP primaries without an incumbent, New Hampshire did, in fact, pick the eventual nominee. Caitlin Huey-Burns is there in New Hampshire. She's made her way. I think it's a little warmer and a little more predictive. Caitlin, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Tony. Well, we've got a little bit of snow on the ground here in New Hampshire to compete with you all in Iowa, but New Hampshire is a place that has long offered some hope for candidates coming off of losses in Iowa. And this time, Nikki Haley is hoping to make this a competitive race with Donald Trump. But she is hoping to tap into independent voters here in this state who play an outsized role in the primary.
In New Hampshire, supporters of Nikki Haley weren't waiting on Iowa.
Hi there.
As Iowans caucused Monday, we spent time here with canvassers for a super PAC backing the former UN ambassador. Greg Moore is the group's senior advisor.
More than twice as many people will be voting in New Hampshire than will be caucusing in Iowa for a state that's less than half the size.
Does New Hampshire take any cues from Iowa?
There hasn't been, in a non-incumbent election, there hasn't been a situation where the Iowa caucus and the New Hampshire primary were won by the same person since 1976.
You know Iowa starts it. You know that you correct it.
One reason New Hampshire goes its own way, those registered as independent or undeclared make up more than 39% of voters in the state and can cast ballots in the primary. Voters like Amy Allen, who's leaning towards Haley.
I would absolutely not support Trump. I can't support someone that I don't respect.
CBS News polling shows that while 48% of likely Republican voters in Iowa align themselves with Trump's MAGA mantra, only 33% in New Hampshire do.
I'm thrilled to be back in your beautiful state.
But the former president leads the polls in New Hampshire, the state that catapulted him to the nomination in 2016 after a loss in Iowa.
You started it. Remember, you started it.
This time, Haley is hoping New Hampshire starts something for her.
Now, to be clear, Nikki Haley still has an uphill climb here in New Hampshire. Donald Trump leads in all the polls, and he's expected to have a very heavy presence here in the state with nearly a half a dozen events already on the schedule. Tony?
Caitlin, thank you very much.